our all-star cast of comic book experts to bring you the comic book news, reviews, previews, and debates from this week. It's the most polished one I've done.
We're all-stars.
Look at Lucas's cool face.
I'm just in shock. Guys, Neostorm is a real person.
He exists!
He's not some, like, screen... Yeah, gurus.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, gurus not
Lies.
Lies.
agreeing with me.
I'm gonna
We got the technology that made the Tupac
Hologram.
Shakur hologram.
Yeah.
And we've created Neostorm.
Yes, we finally had the technology to do it. He's real. He's even realer than the Michael Jackson one, which was terrible. I'm going to do quick introductions. To my right is Mr. Matthew Hiscox. You may know him from such things as the Batman Death Wish viral dramatic short film that's on the YouTubes, but also my partner in crime on the Batsuit music video. Yeah.
Take it.
And I can do the introduction
Take
for
out.
Jennifer Zhang, who is an amazing and talented individual across multiple media, including her acting in The Evil Inside, as well as her producing and writing on it, but also her acting, singing, and performance in the Batsuit music video that you can check out on YouTube.
I did it, guys! I did it!
You did it all.
To my left is Mr. Lucas Ackerman, who also does it all,
I
especially now.
I
Absolutely.
do too much.
He does too much for you guys.
Too much.
He's
It hurts.
He is the head of the movement that is 1 million to Save Wolverine and the X-Men, which is a Facebook page that you can go to right now and like and join his movement. Who would not want this man as their leader? Come on now.
I should be president.
Yeah?
This would be the best, funnest country
Ever.
ever if I was president of the United States.
He also has a new job at Ranker. Am I allowed to say it? Officially? No, I'm not allowed to say it. Never mind, he doesn't have that job.
We'll have more to talk about later on.
More to talk about
maybe.
later on. And in the driver's seat tonight is Mr. Neostorm in the flesh, manning the station for Infinite Crisis, our new favorite game.
A new favorite? This has been our favorite game for
I
a
know,
while.
it's a problem.
It's not
It's
a problem.
guys.
I haven't
It's
even
a
played it once.
blessing.
So if this
Maybe
is
we
your
should change that during the show today.
It's fun.
If we have time,
Which
we
we
should
will.
make time for it.
Because there's only 3 of us today. This show, if this is your first time watching, is all about you and your opinions about comic book stuff. You know, this stuff that matters. So feel free to chime in. The chat is blown up super big on that screen behind us. And we're going to be looking at it and bringing in all of your comments. Someone needs to stop that Moobot.
I got it.
Oh, thank you. We'll be bringing in your comments throughout the entire show. So,
Like Inoki catching the same thing that I did. It's not a new
Not a new
favorite
favorite.
game.
Not
And
at
Short
all.
But Evil saying, considering how power crazy you get with just Wolverine claws, I wouldn't want you to be Prezi. Sorry, loser kiss.
Hey, it would be fun because guess what? All the funding would be going towards
Bringing
human
back-
mutations.
Oh, not
Like
bringing back?
we would come up with a some like chemical or something, some sort of formula to be given to people who want to have powers. Don't you want to have powers? Vote for me.
I was thinking this was going to result in the immediate revival of 1 million to Save Wolverine and the X-Men. And
Oh,
Wolverine and the
oh,
X-Men would
yeah.
just be a thing.
That would be the second on the list. First, I would want to have the power to teleport. Give me that. That's all I want. Then I want Wolverine and the X-Men back. How about that?
I'll take that.
What powers would you want
Me?
if I was president?
I'll tell. Do I get to choose?
Yes.
All right. We'll do this and then we'll do the news. But right?
Yes.
Sure.
No? Okay.
We got plenty of time.
All right. Here's my answer, and Mitten Kitten knows it as well. With great power comes great responsibility, which I do not want. Life, hard enough. So, however, I do want the kind of power that implies that I have more power, so I can make life more convenient for myself. So, for example, I would want the power to make people's teeth fall out. Why? Because when they annoy me, I'll make their teeth fall out, and I'll be like, imagine what I can do to your brain. And I'll get everything that I want, right? And and no one will ever ask me to save the world because I can't unless the world's salvation depends on someone's teeth falling out. So that's my answer. That's that.
Matt,
Do I get it though, President Lucas?
if you vote for me, 2016, right? Yeah. Independent.
Singularity has already called it the Switch. That'd be the thing I would take.
Oh yes,
Wait,
that's
what?
right.
Yes.
Explain.
I want the power to turn anything off and on that can turn off and on. So I could be like, ladies, and that would be my power.
talking
Or I could
about
be like electricity.
You got it?
That'd be what I did.
I think you
Yeah.
just turned
We got
radio
plenty of time.
on.
You want to come in?
That was terrible.
Can we
Yeah, I
bring
know.
in?
Yeah. Does
But
he-
come on, ladies.
For what?
For the news?
Oh, he wants to do the news.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll have him
He's
do
my
the news.
he's my special secret guest.
Well, all right. We'll have him do the news.
Andrew, get all up in here.
Get in here.
You gotta slide down.
The news. I need a
Nothing
mic.
ever goes off with
Oh.
planning here. There's never enough
We have
time
the-
to plan.
Hang on, guys.
No, absolutely not.
No.
All right, guys. Joining us is Duralath from FGC Live.
Hello, everyone. How are you today?
Chaos. Chaos tonight.
Look at that. Son of the Bat says, I want the power to take powers. So yeah.
So you want rogues powers?
Well, we are going to move into the first segment of the night, The Daily Planet. If you guys are not tuned into the comic book world like we are, don't worry, we've got you covered. In the next segment, we are going to tell you all about what happened the last week in comic book news. This includes comic books, comic book video games, comic book movies, comic book TV shows, and comic book stuff in general. So don't worry, if you missed out on anything, we've got you. Lucas, you want to take it off?
Yes. So, guys, there's rumors going around, with the cancellation of Fantastic Four books in Marvel. There's also rumors going around that Marvel may be canceling X-Men books. Shut up, Adam. Well, guess what? Brian Michael Bendis, who's writing all new X-Men and Uncanny X-Men right now, has come forward to tell you that somebody somewhere, for whatever reason, be it the lack of attention at home, frustration with their own life, whatever it is that motivates such things, completely pulls something out of their ass and posted it on the internet. And sometimes, no matter how outlandish the claim, no matter how many people point to the lack of logic, no matter how much evidence there is in the contrary, some people choose to believe it. He goes on to say, I was told when I started writing X-Men that there is a very small part of the readership that feels very persecuted. Sometimes I feel like this, so pay attention. That no matter what Marvel does, these readers think that Marvel hates X-Men with a fiery passion and are looking to destroy it. Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I have this thing. But he goes on to say, something very exciting is coming next summer, definitely, for sure, for the Marvel Universe and the X-Men, which happen to be one and the same and have been for 50 years. So, for those of you, and myself included, who are, thinking that Marvel is, have this conspiracy to, get rid of the X-Men, with the start of Wolverine, who's dying later this year, Brian Michael Bendis says, put your mind at ease.
So
Yeah.
don't worry, Lucas
Yeah.
will continue to use X-Men in the X-Mansion forever.
In the Danger Room, you're going to confuse these people. It's the Danger Room.
I like how I'm playing both sides of this argument now. I'm just trying to instigate.
Oh, okay. Here, I've got one for you guys. Batman Unlimited looks to be a direct-to-video project rather than an animated series that was rumored last week. So, did we rumor it here?
We did?
We lied to
Yep.
you. We lied right to your beautiful
No,
faces.
we didn't lie. We
do we do
reported
it?
it as a rumor,
Yep.
and now the rumor has been disproven. So,
told
But
you the
it's
truth.
still a rumor.
right.
Nothing has been concrete about this. If you guys remember the photo that we posted last week, it has
The
that
Las
weird
Vegas
Batman
marketing.
symbol. It looks very Ultimate Spider-Man-y-ish, meaning that it will cater to kids. Looks like the rumors have changed that it's not going to be a series, but a direct-to-DVD film, animated film. So we'll see. We'll report more news on it as it comes.
Nirvash is making a statement there, which I really appreciate because it means that he has been watching for a very long time. Because I remember when you said this, but he said, Lucas, you said Wolverine will be wearing his costume in Days of Future Past, and he didn't.
When did I say that?
Like a long time ago. Nirvash. Because it was when he revealed his costume in the briefcase, remember? And they cut it out. Remember?
No, that was for the Wolverine. The Wolverine film.
Oh.
That was a deleted scene.
That was the end of the Wolverine.
Yeah. That was a alternate ending for the Wolverine that was
But
only released
what
on.
Jen was saying is at the end of that, you showed that and said that the next one he would wear that.
When did I say that?
When you revealed that.
To the Twitch archives.
Yeah, I would like to see this.
Well, in the meantime, let's report some more bad news that may or may not be false. Latino Review, who a lot of times actually they're pretty good about stuff, but it's Latino Review is reporting that WB is now looking at a 2019 date for a solo Batman film with Ben Affleck, and the reported working title is The Batman. So that would be 5 years from now.
We're all going
we
to be
might
dead
have-
by then.
Well, it depends.
Or at least we'll have forgotten about Batfleck. Yeah. Surprise, Batfleck again.
Yeah, SD0 says Latino Review 50-50.
That's racist. What else do we have?
Have a,
Should I take this
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Oh, Lucas, do you want me to use the accent too?
Say that for later.
Okay. Well then. Patrick Wilson, aka Night Owl from The Watchmen, is reported by Joe Blow as William Cross in the Ant-Man film, the man who eventually becomes Crossfire in the comics. Darren Cross is supposedly going to be played by Corey Stoll from House of Cards, and will wear an outfit similar to Ant-Man's. And Badass Digest believes Yellow Jacket will be the main villain of Ant-Man.
This all begs one great question.
What's that?
Who the hell are any of these characters?
Sorry. I know I represent Marvel, but
Yeah.
Rockman says, well, if I'm dead by then, this is in reference to the previous comment, then it'll be okay for them to release a Ben Affleck Batflick.
well, Yellow Jacket. That's an
racist.
alias for Ant-Man.
Yellow Jacket was the alternate identity
For-
that Ant-Man created to deal with this stress that was put on him as a scientist.
Yeah.
And as Yellow Jacket, he beat his wife. That was the controversy thing.
Guru says, begs to ask one great question, how bad will this suck?
Wow.
Short but Evil says, that's not nice. Unless...
SD0 sings the theme song to Crossfire, which you will get caught up in the
Crossfire!
All right, guys.
More Marvel news.
Yeah, so Rosario Dawson, who you may know from Sin City, she's going to be joining the Daredevil cast for the Netflix series. And her... Oh, okay. So her character is potentially Night Nurse. It hasn't been confirmed, but it was described that her character is going to have a... what did I have? Didn't I send you...
Well, this
something
is
about
actually a quote from the press release about it. It says, a dedicated young woman whose quest to heal the wounds of Hell's Kitchen brings Matt Murdock unexpectedly crashing into her life.
Okay.
Hey now.
Sounds interesting.
Has anybody heard of Night Nurse?
No.
All right, just checking.
You haven't either, right?
Nope. I got nothing on that one.
Yeah.
It's like there's just so much material out there now that we're going to start
Yeah,
hearing
we're
about things
branching
that
out.
we
Yeah.
don't usually hear about. So that's good.
And speaking of branching out, even more Marvel news.
Let's hear about it.
All right, well. Kevin Feige from Marvel states that they'll be casting for, get this, Doctor Strange in the next month or two, and he confirms we'll be learning more about Thanos. Thanos? I never get that right. Thanos, okay. Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy. And in reference to Ant-Man, calls Ant-Man a key Avenger.
So he was in the first one.
Just didn't see him.
This is so
Yeah.
small.
That's adorable.
I see what you did there.
Gotham director Danny Cannon wants to bring Mr. Freeze into the Gotham universe.
A freeze is upon us.
See, I gotta question this one though, because this is all supposed to be when Batman
Is
isn't
a
Batman,
child. That's why I'm having a problem with this.
right?
Yes.
And they're announcing more and more and more of these characters too. They have now released posters for a lot of them, so I don't know. I don't know.
It's going to be amazing because it's by the writer and creator of Rome, which is my favorite TV show ever. However, I think one of the hallmarks of the Batman universe is that these people were not interesting until the thing that made them crazy made them interesting. They're all normal people who crack. That's one of the things that you learn from reading Batman is that anybody can become a raving psychopath with one fell swoop. And so I don't care about Victor Freeze before he was Mr. Freeze. I don't care about Catwoman before she was, no, she did have an interesting backstory.
Wasn't she a prostitute?
She was a prostitute. She was an orphan.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Just to go into being totally a nerd, Mr. Freeze actually did meet Bruce Wayne before Bruce Wayne was Batman. And believe it or not, Mr. Freeze was not paramount, but he was one of the upper influences to create Batman. So
Interesting.
Some comments here. Sorry. What killed the dinosaur? Nervash, you shut your mouth.
Ice Age.
Mega Tenchi thinks I'm on point. Anyway, continue.
Oh, I just got that. Who killed the, okay. Mr. Freeze, his wife, what's her name?
Nora.
Nora. So maybe they'll have some of Nora in there. I was thinking Nora. I was thinking Nora Bing. That's a Friends reference though, but Nora Freeze. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll see some of her before she,
And Son of
Yeah,
the Batman
maybe.
says, I would like to see what got him into cryogenics, a la Arkham series Freeze. So, yeah. We'll see.
Indeed.
Well, I kind of accidentally stuck two things together here, so who wants to take the next
So
prompt?
Chris Hemsworth, who you know as Thor, and if you don't, you should, look at the internet once in a while, has met with Shane Black, who directed Iron Man 3, with regards to potentially taking up the role of Doc Savage. I was about to say Doc Strange, but Doc Savage. What? Okay, next.
Well, next is The Flash and the Green Arrow officially have series premiere dates. They are going to kick off their seasons back-to-back on October 7th at 8 p.m. and October 8th at 8 p.m. So everybody, that Tuesday and Wednesday, we're not going to do the comic book show. We're going to be at home watching that instead.
No, it's at 8 o'clock.
We're going to be in the next room over watching that right before the comic book show, and then we can
come
talk
here
about it.
to talk about it. Oh, this one's about ladies, so I will do it because I am a lady. Wonder Woman will wear her traditional Amazonian battle attire, not the tights and jacket version. This means a leather skirt, silver bracers, sword, spear, shield, and lasso.
Interesting.
I like that choice.
Yeah.
I dig that very much.
Very.
Which leads into
Xena Warrior
the...
Princess. It is very injustice.
It leads into the next one. Guys, very rarely do we actually have first-hand knowledge about stuff, or in this case, second-hand knowledge about stuff. So this one is kind of an exclusive coming from us. But we heard word from someone who heard word from someone who's working on the production that apparently Batman is going to be wearing neoprene. He's not going to have any kind of added musculature or armor. So in that photo of Batman looking jacked, that might actually just be how jacked he is. I don't know if this is true. Again, we're hearing it 2 degrees removed, but apparently it is very different from the other Batsuits that we've seen. So
Interesting.
who knows? Who knows?
What do we had a new tradition with these, didn't we?
That's the news.
Welcome to the couch, Andrew.
Wop wop. All right, guys. On to the next segment. Who's doing it? I don't even know what's happening anymore.
Well-
FGC Live has crossed over with the comic book show.
Yeah.
It's driving me nuts. My organizational stuff is all off kilter now.
I'm sorry.
This is my hell. No, just kidding. What?
So we're moving on to the
Lucas.
next segment, which is called the Danger Room. If you guys
Tony
are,
X Mansion!
if you're not familiar with the Danger Room,
Tony X Mansion!
it's probably one of our most interesting segments. It's where Marvel and DC go head to head. Marvel being Team Marvel and Team DC. It's the best of 5 rounds. So for each round, Marvel and DC are putting up something against each other, and you guys get to vote on which one's better, and you guys get to decide which was best for the week. So, Singularity Spy, you might want to tone that down, simmer down now. We're not ready for you to vote yet, and you should switch your vote. So yeah, with that being said, if you're not familiar with it, we're going to do a round. Then you'll be familiar with how it goes, and after round 2, you have no excuses. So, last week was actually our first week of our new year.
And
Marvel got to win it.
We have one line right in the middle of the board.
I was waiting for a straight edge to do that middle line.
This is pretty good, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
not
job.
bad.
Good job. Let's just show your artmanship.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to write that part down.
Yes. And last week, guys, we Marvel won last week, but we ended with a penalty. That means we went over the limited time that we have, and so this week we get to start off with a 45-second round.
Ooh.
So, guys, this is what we're starting off with.
I just want to point out Nervash Sinclair said, "Stop making trash. Jace will get mad." In reference to the trash we threw on the floor, but I thought he was talking about our show, and I got really sad for a second.
Oh, God.
All right.
It hurts my feelings.
I
So,
know.
guys, so Marvel won last week, so Marvel gets to go first. And I have 45 seconds.
Yep.
And
And I needed my clock. I need my clock. I'll be
good,
right back.
because that'll give me time to prepare.
No, just count this one, because it's 45 seconds.
I can just run a
Okay, great. So we're starting this.
No, I'm not quite ready yet.
Oh.
I'm almost. All right, I guess we're good.
Okay, so you ready?
Yep.
Okay. So guys, I have 45 seconds to talk about this. So this is X-Men number 15. This book has been kind of lately, but this book is starting a new story arc, which is kind of interesting. Where it starts out, it's Shogo, which is Jubilee's little baby. Him and Jubilee are being attacked by this guy who, man. So yes, so they're being attacked by this guy. Stop! I'm having a hard time. My brain hurts. So this guy, he claims to be Shogo's father. He's being like, "Give me my baby!" And then like what happens is Jubilee gets killed and Shogo gets to go with the father.
X-Men.
Are you kidding me?
X-Men.
Wow.
X-Men.
I'm
X-Men.
just gonna give up.
It's okay, man. It's okay. It's all right. Yes, vote for third strike.
Thank you, Guru. That really helps.
What do we have?
I will tell you what we have. Just Marvel book sneaking into the middle of the
I didn't do
DC
that.
pile.
I did
there
not
was
do
an Iron
that.
Man book and I couldn't find
I
out.
didn't even.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
do
not
that.
supposed to happen. Things
What?
are not supposed to mix.
That-
Just like FGC Live is not supposed
We'll
to
go with this one.
Look, you just want me to keep it at 9 p.m.
in
on
the
Fridays?
Yes, FGC Live, which happens at 9 p.m. on Fridays. That's where you usually are.
I know.
9 p.m. PST on Fridays, where
Right.
you can see Durlath.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let me know.
I'm ready when you are.
Go.
Okay, for the first round this week, we are presenting Batman and Ra's al Ghul 22. And as you, or I'm sorry, 32. And as you guys know, this is the series that spun off from Batman and Robin after Damian Wayne died. Sorry, spoiler alert, but it happened almost a year ago now. It's relevant that it happened almost a year ago because Ra's al Ghul has recently uncovered the final Lazarus pit that was underneath Nanda Parbat, which is the only Lazarus pit that can resurrect a completely dead person, but only in the first year of their death. Ra's has stolen the body of Damian Wayne, which of course is making Bruce really pissed. Ridiculously so. And the thing that's really cool about this book is it's been building towards this battle between Batman and Ra's for a while. And this is where we actually get to see it happen. Batman is carrying his son's casket out, trying to prevent him from having the Lazarus injection. It's already too late for Talia. Talia will be revived, but she'll be revived without any of her memories. Batman and Ra's square off, and Ra's is taunting Batman, saying, you know, no matter what, I'm going to get my son back. Batman says, this time, you won't succeed, Ra's. Because if you try and take Damian's body again, I am going to kill you and make sure you never come back. It's great tension, it's super emotional, and it's Batman angrier than we've seen him in a long time. Ra's is screwing with his son, so this is really, really cool to see this kind of anger in Batman. I would highly recommend you guys pick up this storyline. It's been great. And it's ending with a really awesome note that is going to continue.
Good job.
So that was my 90
Good
seconds.
job. See, SD0 says, see, Batman kills. That was
So
his
guys,
contribution.
that was the first round. obviously you can tell where voting should be leaning towards. But this is where you guys get to vote. Either you're gonna exclamation vote space DC or exclamation mark vote Marvel, space Marvel.
And while you vote,
Yes.
while the polls are opening now, we should tell you about our sponsor.
Yes.
Well, SD0 and Spagioni, you guys voted just a little bit too early, so make sure you vote again if you get a chance. For round 1, DC presented Batman and Ra's al Ghul 32, and Marvel presented...
What did I present? X-Men number 15. I should
And
present more information about it just to take a penalty.
all of these comics are brought to us by our sponsor, Dreamworld Comics, down in Culver City. Oscar is an amazing guy who works down there, and thankfully we have him to help fill us in on anything that we might have missed, but we don't miss anything because we go to Dreamworld and they make sure that we get all of our issues. So guys, if you are looking for a place in the Los Angeles area to be picking up your comics, I cannot recommend Dreamworld Comics highly enough. And you can follow them on Facebook, which is cool too.
I should have took your advice and just talk about the cover about this book.
All right, I didn't start the clock.
Okay.
Man.
I don't think there's any need to.
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Invalid
Oh.
votes. I love
All
it.
right, guys.
No, it's
Voting
DC.
is now closed. That's a nice DC pie, says SD0.
It's like green, like key lime.
You guys voted correctly.
I mean,
I would not have voted for me. For Marvel.
oh,
For that one.
Vote! Exclamation mark vote Lucas's honesty.
Those were the invalid votes.
Oh,
It
okay.
was-
Oh,
people
okay.
did say
But-
that.
Oh,
My-
they
my
did vote for
brain-
his honesty.
Yeah, my brain is fried.
Was it a,
A
boobs
boobs
cover? No.
No. It was a baby.
We
cover.
won. We go first.
Yes.
Yes. I'm gonna present one, Matt.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm
Okay.
assuming he's on Team Marvel tonight. No? He's holding a Marvel book.
I think it's supposed
It's
to
a
be
secret.
a secret.
Oh,
Just kidding.
well,
Yeah, of course.
like Batman, I deduced by looking at his hands and seeing at which side of the couch he was sitting. I am the world's greatest detective. All right.
Well, look at that. Manjum is just joining us. So thank you and welcome, Manjum, to the comic book show
Yes.
here at Twin Galaxies Live.
Happens here every 9 p.m. PST on Wednesdays. It's kind of romantic in here tonight.
Yeah, that flickering light is...
Oh.
Yeah,
You sure it's not
Oh, I
ghosts?
see. Gotcha.
could be ghosts.
I'm
Oh,
ready to go.
great.
I'm
Now I have to worry
I'm
about
ready
that
when
now.
You are.
cool.
Jeez, now I'm going to be possessed. Maybe I am possessed.
I don't know, man.
That's what's happening.
All right. Am I framed up? And go me! I'm presenting Harley Quinn at number 7. First thing to point out really fast is the continuation of the incredible run of the Bombshells cover. Look at that cover art. Pretty sick. You know, I'm not a fan of all of them, but the Harley one is pretty amazing. So basically, this issue starts out with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn on the beach in bikinis. And they're discussing, as all things that, like all things girls discuss on beaches and bikinis, who put the hit out on Poison Ivy. So they have a very serious conversation where they find out that they've been hacked and yakety yak, and then they mind control these men into massaging their feet. So that's pretty sick. If you think that Harley and Ivy at the beach is too fan servicey, then you won't like the fact that they go from there to a slumber party, which is something that actually happens, and there they are in towels and lingerie. So more detective work. This naked guy comes out of the bathroom. I don't know why. I mean, and then in this scene they get naked. Not the naked guy, he left, but Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. Wow, this is too graphic
What?
for the show. No, just kidding. But there is very mild PG-13 lesbian action. See, isn't that cute?
But then it goes
Anyhow.
straight into rated R violence.
It
too.
does. Immediately goes into rated R violence. It gets very gory. There's knives going through limbs.
5 seconds.
Poison Ivy's kicking some ass. Anyway, Harley Quinn number 7, fan service. Oh. I was going to point out the Infinite Crisis ad. I forgot.
Ooh,
Damn it.
ads. Forgot ads. Let's see.
Pixar, it didn't happen. You're just going to have to go on our word for that one.
There's an ad.
I got the timer
Alright.
ready whenever you guys are ready.
You ready?
Are you sending me in there?
Here.
I feel like a lamb going to the slaughter.
So you don't have to hold your mic.
Oh, thank you.
He's being deployed.
Teku already knows which way he's voting. Vote DC boobs.
I
One of the bad
recruited.
says, oh, girls being girls.
This was not the right recruitment. Let me.
Welcome,
right
Doll
now.
Well, I
365.
tried to get Neo.
I know, right?
How many sets of boobs in the comic? Oh, I'll tell you if I win.
Am I even framed up properly? Okay, cool. I'm going back up.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell me when.
Ready when you are.
Okay, and wait for it. Go. All right. So I got to do a little read over Original Sin, Nova number 18, as given to me by Mr. Lucas. So he also asked I do it in a British accent. First of all, to counter boobs, I present more boobs in the form of Exterminatrix. She's in here. Boobs and a chick with guns. You can't beat that. That's okay. But this story focuses on Sam Alexander, the son of Jesse Alexander, who... Sam Alexander is now the last member of the Nova Corps. And he goes to the moon one day and finds that his friend Uatu the Watcher has been, well, for the most part, killed. So to find out what's going on, he goes to find the Avengers. Yes, those Avengers, but not just the Avengers. There's also a Spider-Man and a Daredevil there. So you get a smorgasbord of multiple Marvel heroes. Much fighting ensues. And, of course, what we get through towards the end is a little bit of backstory on what happened with Jesse Alexander, Sam Alexander's father. It turns out that, well, Jesse Alexander, a former member of the Nova Corps who has gone missing but is now presumed alive, is, in fact, not quite the hero we thought he was. As it looks right here, he wanted a body to send a message. What message could that be? Well, we'll have to find out soon again. But afterwards,
10 seconds.
after the flashback, we find Iron Man bonding with Sam Alexander and Sam Alexander saying, "My father is not a hero." What could happen next? You'll have to tune in next time for the next issue of Nova 19.
Woo! That was his first time, everybody!
Yeah.
And in a British accent.
And a British accent!
So
All
guys, we are going to open up voting on round 2. DC has presented,
Harley Quinn number 7.
and Marvel has presented.
Nova number 18!
So voting is now open. Type in !vote DC or !vote Marvel to get your votes counted right now.
Archer Man says DC had more boobs, ! Vote DC.
Vote Alandi accent. What?
And I'm just bringing back my excitement because while you were presenting, there was a comment that scrolled by real quick. Short but Evil said that the reason why the light is going on and off is because I'm getting my power. Getting my power!
Thank you, Lucas, President Lucas.
Yeah!
You shall vote Marvel because of the
I
accent.
voted
Just letting you
for
know.
you too. Do I get to take people's teeth out of their mouths with the power of my brain?
I don't know. Try to start
I'm gonna
the...
try it.
If you vote Marvel, I'll sing for
Xander,
you.
come here. We need a guinea pig.
He looks so annoyed at us. Nothing.
Who
Nothing.
are you people?
We were trying to show. I was trying to check to see if Lucas gave me the power to remove people's teeth with my brain. So we were gonna try it out on you. Let's see. All right. Oh, this is working. It's working.
Oh my god!
Thank you, President Lucas. This
You're
is the best
welcome.
Christmas ever.
Vote for me 2016.
All right, guys. Voting is now closed.
Oh,
Voting is
have?
now closed.
what do we have? Ooh, another DC pie. Yeah. Yuck, yuck.
Yep.
I netted 19% of the votes
Yuck,
and
yuck.
12%
That's
Well,
good for
not
your
not
first
bad for your first argument.
Yeah,
Job well
not
done,
bad
sir.
at all.
Job well
Thank you.
done.
Thank you.
You obviously watched the show.
Your accent got 12% of the vote.
Yes!
That's what that is.
I'm sorry, Marvel.
I will say, I thought one of the coolest parts that obviously got skipped over because the girls were very sexy in the Harley Quinn book, but at one point Harley Quinn kicks a girl out of her building, and the girl lands impaled on a razor wire fence. They immediately run to the window and look down, and they start placing bets on which side her body is going to fall to, and she ends up splitting down the middle, and they're both like, "We both win!" And it comes right in the middle of a very funny, cheeky book that has just some insane violence in it. I really like the Harley Quinn thing, and I'm excited to see Harley Quinn invade Comic-Con too, because that's going to be a cool little fun thing that's going to check out too. So. Yeah, this year Harley Quinn is invading Comic-Con. See?
Oh,
And then they.
and they high five, and then they made out.
What?
Is this Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn?
Yeah.
What?
This was the last issue that Poison Ivy will be in.
I think you're lying, because every time I try to look, you close the book.
Yeah.
No, they don't make out.
Damn it.
Oh, so you're
So
just a liar.
DC is also going to lead off in round 3,
Ooh, if we take this, we clinch it.
Oh my goodness.
That's pretty cool.
which Adam, I believe we're gonna go with the video for this one.
A video.
What was that? I believe in you. And if I remember it right, I think we have 7 seconds to intro it. So I will very quickly do an intro, and then if you could play it, please. Yes.
Oh dear.
And go.
So this week, I know a lot of you guys might not be able to make it out to California, but there is a very special Warner Brothers tour going on, and we have a behind-the-scenes video of it.
So we are here at the Batman 75th anniversary exhibit, and it is so cool. Tell me about what's in here.
We have costumes, props, original production art, models, miniatures, art department models. You name it, we've got it. It's the first time we've had all 7 Batmen together, as well as all 7 of our films represented.
So we're here in the Warner Brothers garage, and it looks totally different than the last time I was here. Tell me about some of the changes.
So we used to have a compilation of vehicles from Clint Eastwood's movie Gran Torino, and we had the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo and the Nerd Herd from Chuck. But we wanted to really tell the story of the 75th anniversary of Batman here at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. So when you look around, you see Batmobiles from all the different movies, and it's phenomenal because we wanted to really make sure that our fans were enamored when they came in here and just blown away.
And how much of this stuff has been seen by the public?
You know, not much of it, actually. I think we've had the Bale costumes out, we've had Catwoman, but that's about it. There's not been a lot, so we're very excited to share just a small portion of what we have.
So how can fans come and see all of this for themselves?
The only way to come and see all these items from the museum that you saw earlier to here at the Transportation Garage is to come on the Warner Brothers Studio VIP tour. We are an exclusive tour. It's about 2 hours of your time. Come through, check us out. We have tours 7 days a week, and this is the only place you can truly celebrate the 75th.
Xander just molested me. It wasn't on camera,
And
so
we
I don't
ju-
have any proof.
And we just sat here and watched and didn't do anything.
I thought it was enjoying it.
We're terrible people.
This is not my face of enjoyment.
All right, guys. So that was glorious. I want to see that again. One more time?
Yeah, play it again. Oh, my face?
Yeah. Can we get that in GIF form?
Maybe it'll be on the video for next week.
Twitch archives.
There you go.
All right,
All right.
guys. So catching up with Neostorm here, whom you can see on the Infinite Crisis experience that happens every Tuesday at 8 p.m. PST. How you doing, Neostorm? Killing it?
Killing it.
Doing it.
You're just gonna scratch.
Did you guys
No,
pull
no.
out the win at the end of that last game? It was really close, wasn't it?
It wasn't. I don't. Yeah, actually, no. Yeah, we were down 35 to 80 at one point, and then we came back and won.
Nice. And I saw that they have new skins. What were they?
We have a new Aquaman, Catwoman, and
Joker.
Joker.
There's a new Catwoman?
Yeah.
Looks like
Is that it?
summertime or beach.
Yeah, the cat one.
It's like a
Oh,
steampunk-
god damn it. Now I'm going to have to
Catwoman.
buy it. There goes all my money.
I gotta say, the Aquaman
The
skin is awesome.
Aquaman.
It's lifeguard Aquaman,
Yeah.
and he's carrying a little buoy with him, and he's just sunglasses,
He
douchebag.
is
I love it.
straight Baywatch. That's what he is.
Exactly.
It's
love it.
Hasselhoff.
Yes.
Aquaman.
Blonde
It's
Hasselhoff.
Aquahoff.
Aquahawk. Okay.
You are very beautiful, lady. I wish that I could be your
Toilet slave.
toilet slave and clean your sweet ass every day by my tongue.
Okay then.
Oh, yeah, you got it just in time. before it was
Monster
deleted.
Cock 24. Welcome to the comic book show.
What were the
All
other
right.
22 before that?
I
Well,
shouldn't
for-
have started
for-
reading that. I had to finish it.
For round 3, DC has presented the 75th anniversary Warner Brothers behind the scenes video. Marvel, what you got?
I'm going to pull out all my guns.
And
Ready?
go.
So, Original Sin number 4. If you guys remember the last issue, freaking Winter Soldier like cut off Nick Fury's head. Oh my God, he's like a freaking traitor. Well, guys, on this issue it says right here, trust no one. Trust no one. Oh my God, what does that mean? Let's look. Okay, so in this issue, everyone's not trusting anyone in this book, which is good because you shouldn't trust anyone. So Doctor Strange is turning against Punisher, things like that. So what happens is they're all on separate teams. As you know, they're all investigating the murder of Uatu, the Watcher. Winter Soldier's up to stuff. Black Panther is not really being straightforward with his team, so they're not trusting him. Wolverine and the Hulk find Nick Fury's body, without the head. So they're standing over him, investigating it, and oh my God, 30 seconds already? Oh my God! So in this book, so they all go up to the satellite. They're all like still investigating everything. Some of them. Anyway, so they find out that the head that they have for the Winter Soldier, it's actually a head of a life model decoy. So that wasn't really Nick Fury. Well, guess what, guys? Apparently that the past Nick Furies that we've seen throughout the comic book history hasn't been Nick Fury. Because guess what? He's a freaking old man with a bunch of life model decoys surrounding him.
Well, guys,
Josie was entertained by that.
she loved that.
I was pretty entertained.
Claire wouldn't stop laughing. I don't know why. Claire, why can you not stop laughing?
She's making fun of me.
Is that the suggestion of a toilet love slave?
What?
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not laughing at
yes.
you. I'm laughing with you.
Laughing with me.
We just weren't laughing as
There's
well.
nothing funny about my toilet love slave tongue guy.
They're all making fun of me.
All right, guys. Well, DC has presented the 75th anniversary Warner Brothers behind-the-scenes video, and
Original
Marvel has
Sin number
presented
4.
Original Sin number 4. Voting is now open. So, guys, get your votes in.
Yeah. You know what was hilarious? First of all,
The Monster Cock 24.
Monster
That was
Cock
pretty
that
funny.
was pretty funny. But like I was telling Matt, I was really excited about the 75th anniversary tour, and I still am. But when they started showing the preview, I was like, Matt has all this shit in his apartment. I was like, I'll just stay in his apartment. Including, they had like a display of cowls. And I was like, that's like Matt's kitchen. And then like a display of batarangs. I was like, that's
your office.
Matt's,
That's your
office that Matt provided me all with. Anywho, so you guys wanted to go to that?
Yeah, let's go to your apartment.
It looks really exciting.
pretty cool.
I want to go see that.
Let's go right now. Ooh.
Guys, vote
15
Marvel!
seconds.
Close.
If you vote DC, then it's over. Which actually I'm fine with. I'm fine with.
Oh, Marvel, okay.
Hurry.
5 more seconds left.
DC missile.
I did it.
And that's it. Voting
What
is now closed.
What do we got?
Oh, Marvel takes it.
Oh my God!
Yep.
Oh, no.
Marvel takes it
Still
by
in the
1 vote.
game.
How did that happen?
Ugh.
I did it. I did it.
Yeah, she did. She was the last vote.
She
so.
just wants to see this keep going.
Keep
All right,
going.
well, Marvel won, which means Marvel stays in it, and Marvel presents first in round 4.
So, all right. Let's just do it. Okay, you ready? Ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, Uncanny X-Men number 22. So, guys, this person has been like sabotaging the X-Men. Messing with their powers, taking over the mansion, taking over the helicarrier, and it's finally revealed who that person is. Beast knows who it is. He knew at the last issue. He reveals to Cyclops saying, "Hey, I know who's doing this, and you know what? You thought it was me. Guess what? You're kind of right. It's Dark Beast from the Age of Apocalypse. He's been messing with the X-Men. He does it because he hates them. He's actually dying because he's experimented on himself so much. It's like having this bad reaction, and he's putting his last cards on the table to try to take down the X-Men. In this book, also, Dazzler, she's healed by one of the healers from the new Xavier School, and she is so pissed to find out that Mystique has been taking over her life. She's like, I need music. I need loud music. There's going to be a great story arc coming up with that soon. And actually, Mystique, who's posing as Dazzler, she just left S.H.I.E.L.D. and what's her name, Maria Hill, was like, if you find Dazzler, shoot her on sight. Because she's like, what's going on with Dazzler? But then the real Dazzler shows up, and Aunt Maria Hill is about to take her out, but she's like, hey, it wasn't me. But guys, pick up this issue. It's great. Brian Michael Bendis. Wow!
Nice.
I gotta watch the replay of that.
That was great ending.
I'm just.
Don't shake your head at me. I see you.
I just love watching that. I just love watching that.
Yeah, I see you.
just had to watch that. All right, cool.
ST0, do not burn your X-Men books. Send them
Win
to
this
me.
for us, Matt.
Awful.
Take us all the way to victory. And go!
All right, guys. In the past, I have been very honored to bring you some awesome books that you should be watching, like the last Green Arrow storyline and like the very last Nightwing storyline, which hopefully you guys were actually reading. The next one is Red Hood and the Outlaws. This issue number 32, starts off an all-new story arc, so if you're unfamiliar with the characters, this is a great jumping-on point. It's the cheapest book that you can be buying out there at $2.99. It's phenomenal. This book is really, really great. Let me start off with just the cover, because, come on, Starfire sunbathing on the roof of, or on the hood of an amazing car with Roy Harper and Jason Todd hanging out in the background, just simply great. They start off fighting kind of just generic terrorists, and you get to see everybody doing awesome and ridiculous stuff. You have amazing panels, full splash pages of every hero, which is really cool and a great way to introduce you to the team. This is going to be an exciting book to watch. This is going to be great. Starfire straight up punts a nuke because she can, because she's Starfire, so why wouldn't she do that? And she does it in Washington, of all places, just because. You also see Starfire make out with both Red Arrow and Red Hood because she doesn't really understand what the customs are like on Earth. So again, it's going to be a great starting book because as she's learning about what Earth is like, you're learning about what the team is like. Phenomenal book. I cannot emphasize it enough. The art is amazing. The writing is great. You guys are going to want to be reading this. Pick up 32. It's Scott Lobdell, so you know the writing is solid. DC presents Red Hood and the Outlaws, number 32.
So we're just using sex to sell everything this time, aren't we?
Well, sex.
Oh, wait, I thought I talked about how awesome the writing was, how good the art was, how this is a great
His
introductory
mind
book.
can't go past the boobs.
You're just stuck on the boobs.
I was
Okay.
like, oh. I was like,
Well, yes, there are boobs
Yes.
too. So.
Hi, Greg.
hi, Greg.
What's up, Greg? He's a real person too.
Yeah,
He's
right.
a real person that we've met in real life.
So we're now on round 4. Marvel presented first with,
Uncanny X-Men number 22.
and DC has presented
Boobs. Oh,
Red Hood and the Outlaws.
Red Hood and the Outlaws.
number 32. So guys, voting is now open. Get your votes in on round 4.
Somebody asked what color she gets when she tans.
Mauve.
Red.
A deeper shade of whatever she currently is.
Orange. I would say she's orange. She's like a Oompa Loompa, but tall.
Doobity-doo.
This is beautiful.
Voted
Oompa Loompa doobity-doo. Da, 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 da.
Vote DC, guys. Vote DC if you don't like this.
Is time up?
I think there's still about 5 more seconds. Am I off?
4 seconds.
I don't know.
Get it done for Marvel.
Do it for Marvel.
Do it.
Do it for Justice.
Hooray.
Now I think
It's
voting
fine.
is
Yeah,
closed.
it's fine.
What do we
You
got?
can give it. You can give it to them. It's fine.
We
Yeah.
did it with boobs.
Good job, guys.
It's okay, I couldn't have gone another round. that was it.
I could have. Oh my God, guys, pick up. I forgot to represent this one, but Thunderbolts number 27. It's a new arc. It's called Punisher versus Thunderbolts. It's pretty awesome. I should have talked about that at one point.
I'm not gonna lie. I honestly thought that said Thundercats at first. Like, 'cause all I saw was Thunder. I was
Do
like,
it. For
dude,
the first one of
Thundercats
the
are
year?
All right, if you
I
want me to-
think Matt should do it.
Marvel
Savor
NDC
it.
can tie now.
Savor the victory. This will be our year.
It could be.
This will be our year.
This is our new 52.
It's
Why is
on
it
your
all the way in
bank
the
account.
why is it in the
Because
center?
we have to update the logos too, so all this is kind of temporary.
Okay.
Okay.
Watch as it becomes permanent, temporary, and it just
Yeah.
we never fix it.
It's like,
we
oh,
get
we're
lazy
getting to that.
Yeah.
Those new
at
logos.
some point.
Well, next segment.
Yes.
Should we have those? Are
We
doing those
actually
now?
have a very special next segment.
But we have to see if Kuragari is in the chat.
Yes.
Kuragari, are you in the chat?
Has anyone
My
seen
mic.
if Kuragari is in the chat? Archer is saying,
says your
I do
mic's
not see him.
Stop
So
touching your mic.
stop touching it. I don't see Kuragari. Maybe we'll try to give him a little bit more
Thank you
time.
All right, well, then we can try and do this one later, so we're
The
not
last
going to do that segment.
No,
So
someone-
the next segment is...
Oh, the Infinity Gauntlet! Oh.
Oh, Lordy.
Guys, this is where you suggest battles, like Superman versus Hulk, or Hulk versus Batman. And if you say Batman wins, oh my God, Matt would say that, wouldn't he? But guys, this is where we're gonna listen to you and be like, yo, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that battle. So yeah, like Shredder versus Blade by Adam. Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
We
Pretty interesting
Shredder
stuff.
versus Blade.
Some of that?
It's topical
Let's
because
talk about some of that.
they just
And how's your book going?
do you ever have a dream where
Use your words,
sorry.
woman. Use your words.
sorry all right
Oh,
I don't know where it is.
it's very topical because of the
Guru has
release
it.
of-
Guru can play it. He's been playing it earlier.
because of the release of the new Ninja Turtle trailer that just came out today. And Shredder looks like a robot.
Wait, there's a trailer that came out today?
A robot
I didn't
with
see
blades for hands. He's like Wolverine times 50 because he's got like blades shooting out of
Yeah.
He's snitching all over the effing place.
Yeah, I've seen a screen grab of it. It's like
It's too
Edward
much.
Scissorhands with like a bunch of armor.
So it's like Edward Scissorhands plus Optimus Prime or something.
Scissors are the natural enemies of turtles.
Yeah. Oh yes.
All right, so let's see. We have Rabies versus Fanatic. My money is on Fanatic, says Guru.
Well, okay, for the past 3 weeks, Teku has been asking Mr. Freeze versus Captain Cold.
Let's do it.
Those are both.
So
DC
they are both DC characters, but he has been asking for 3 weeks. And again, guys, we're sorry if we don't address your comments immediately. We do try and read everything, but sometimes stuff scrolls by that we just don't have time to address it. So thank you guys for coming back, and we want to make sure that we get to everybody. So hopefully you'll stick around long enough that we can get to it. Mr. Freeze versus Captain Cold. How about you tell us about Mr. Freeze?
Me?
Sure.
Oh, well, Mr. Freeze is a Iceman to meet. It's very ice to meet him. All right,
Damn, woman, chill.
Mr. Freeze, aka it's cold.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Freeze, formerly the scientist known as Victor Freeze, was trying to do cryogenic experiments in an attempt to save his wife Nora Freeze, who fell ill, and in an accident ends up making himself a freak of nature. His powers include being weird, having emotional problems resulting from the loss of his wife, and a cryogenic suit with multiple freezing capabilities. He really has more weaknesses than he has strengths.
Well, and
But,
he has to stay cold.
He has to stay cold all the time or he will die. And but you know the thing is his powers vary because depending on the kind of suit that he has, right? We've seen it like shoot little ice things, but we've seen him freeze like entire buildings and stuff. So maybe we need to put this on ice.
I'm so glad that the puns
Jeez.
just keep coming.
Mr.
Yeah, Wayne
I
Wolf,
see what you did
there.
there.
I see.
That's cold.
That is cold. That's cold,
Wow.
dog. Yeah. Mr.
Now-
Freeze's wife is frigid.
Yikes.
She is an ice queen. Yes.
Captain Cold is a Flash Rogues Gallery villain. He does not need subthermal temperatures to stay alive, but he cannot on his own survive thermal temperatures. He's just a dude who's got a well-insulated suit and a freeze ray. So, as somebody pointed out, it scrolled by quickly, but he is a C-lister villain.
He's in the Super Friends, right?
Yes, he is.
With
He's
the
in the
glasses
Legion of
and
Doom.
the hood
Yep.
and
Yeah.
I think he was in an episode of the Justice League that I've been watching.
Yep.
Oh.
He appears in several episodes with the Flash.
Yeah.
So
What you're saying is Mr. Freeze needs to stay cold, and Captain Cold can't survive cold.
yes.
That's
And
interesting.
they both have cold guns.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it kind of sounds like the result of the fight would be contingent on where they're fighting.
Kinda.
Like if they're fighting in the Arctic, Mr. Freeze has got the upper edge, and if he somehow manages to get him in a hot climate or gets his suit damaged to where he's not cold, then he would win.
Wouldn't Mr. Freeze, because he has that suit, if the suit is sustaining, wouldn't he be able to fight in more areas than Captain Cold would? He has an inherent advantage because the suit is able to keep him cold. Now, if Captain Cold does damage to the suit, it's a different story, but starting off, Freeze has the advantage.
Archerman's pointing out so Captain Cold would save Freeze with his cold gun.
Oh, that is a good point. Because
true.
if Cold hits him with anything cold, it's like, that
He's
thanks a lot,
impervious
buddy.
to the coldness.
Yeah, he would pretty much have to come up with a new weapon to take down Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I think that Mr. Freeze has a lot of inherent advantages on this one.
Yeah.
Mr. Freeze, he's got a suit that actually enhances his natural abilities. It will keep him cold regardless of the climate, and it'll allow him to do everything that Captain Cold's freeze ray can do. Captain Cold has a freeze ray that might maybe get in a lucky shot to maybe damage Mr. Freeze's suit, but I'm doubting it. I think Mr. Freeze has this one hands down.
Actually, I have 2 words for you why Mr. Freeze wins this. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay?
With my freeze ray, I will stop the okay, no, nobody
Mr.
here.
Freeze sucked at the game freeze tag as a child.
Dr. Horrible.
When someone would say freeze, he would always respond.
This whole conversation, says Face Boppies, is snowballing into madness. Greg points out that Mr. Freeze sucked at the game freeze tag because whenever someone would say freeze, he would always respond. Mr. Freeze does have great puns. Yep.
Ooh, I just got an idea. Matt, we need to talk after the show.
Very good.
Don't let me forget.
I will try not to let you forget whatever it is that you
Don't let
are
me
supposed
forget.
to not forget. So
Splinter versus Nightwing.
Oh. That's a weird. Oh, of course, it's from Adam Rady. I was like, what insane person would create that matchup? Oh, it's Adam Rady. Oh, there he is, giving me his crazy Adam Rady look.
Fine, never take my suggestions of awesomeness.
Do you guys want us to do that? Because Rady's pouting now. Now he's crying into his beard.
Scrooge McDuck versus Green Team.
Wow.
Oh man.
Scrooge, because he can survive diving into like metal.
Yeah.
Green
Yeah,
Team
he's clearly
fucks
got
up
power.
everything, so Green Team loses.
Mr. Fantastic versus Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Arsenal versus Green Arrow, Crossbows versus Punisher, Punisher versus Blade.
Huh.
That's a lot of stuff.
Let's do, how about, because we just did a DC sided match. Let's do a Marvel sided one. Revidian suggests Punisher versus Blade. How about that one?
Cool. So,
Right.
guys, Blade is part vampire, part human, right?
100%.
So he's got like all the strengths of a vampire, but then he it's better because he can walk out in the sun like a human can, and so he's like the ultimate vampire. And plus he's got like cool swords and weapons and everything. Punisher, man, he's like a badass version of Batman with guns, and he has that detective stuff. And ooh, read this. Oh guys, you guys gotta read this book. You guys gotta read this book. All right, go get this book. All right. So if they would battle. Oh, by the way, Blade is like awesome into martial arts. I'm sure Punisher's into the fists. fist fighting and everything like that. But I think Blade would be too quick for him. He's got those powers, and he can dodge bullets pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I think Punisher has a slight planning advantage because Punisher is a little bit more of a tactician than Blade. But Blade has augmented abilities that will put him above where Punisher could be every time. So if it came down to a straight fight, I think Blade
wins it. Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking Blade.
Because how can Punisher completely negate Blade's augmented abilities just with careful planning? He's not Batman. That's the thing. Like if it's Batman, then you got a match in your hands.
Don't even say Batman will win it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, here's the better question.
Batman's not that great.
Who has a better costume? Blade's costume or Punisher's costume? Because Blade's trench coat is pretty sick, but Punisher's flak jacket.
If I were to go out in public, I would wear Punisher's outfit. Because it would be able to show off my butt. Because the trench coat covers all that up. You know, it's like, hey guys, look what I'm working on. You know.
My favorite, Neo's giving you the best look. My favorite thing about Lucas is if you wait a little bit after what he just said, he will say something awesomer. You just got to give it a moment, and then it's amazing. So did you guys arrive at a conclusion?
Wesley.
I think Blade.
Gotcha. Nervash says the one above all versus the anti-monitor.
And he's been asking that for a while.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my knowledge about the one above all is really limited.
Google it.
It's been a long time since I don't even think the one above all has been in Marvel Comics for almost 20 years now, if I'm remembering right. It's been a long time since he was in it. But the Anti-Monitor has been in and out of DC for a few times now because the reality is splintered. Bless you.
Oh, excuse me.
So, giving some background about the Anti-Monitor, basically at the creation of time, there were two sentient creatures created. There was the Monitor, who was created in the positive matter universe, and there was the Anti-Monitor, who was created in the negative matter universe. The Anti-Monitor went around destroying everything in the antimatter universe, absorbing all of the power and all of the energy from the antimatter universe to make himself as powerful as all of everything that had ever been created in the negative matter universe. Once he had done that, he decided that he needed to cross over into the positive matter so he could conquer everything on both sides, in both realms. Because of that, he was able to fracture and splinter reality. He is beyond a cosmic level threat. He's the utmost level threat in the DC universe. He was only able to be stopped by the death of one Flash, the death of several Supermen, and all of the cosmos joining together to stop him. Just harnessing his carcass, Superboy Prime was able to sap some of that energy, which made Superboy Prime stronger than Superman, and that was just using his dead parts. So the Anti-Monitor is basically the highest individual threat you can get in the DC side of things.
Okay, so just me glancing over this thing. His abilities is beyond any known system of abilities. His strength level beyond any known strength system of strength. His weaknesses, no weaknesses. It says no weaknesses. His intelligence is a 7 rating. Strength, speed, durability, energy projection, fighting skills, all 7. But it's also saying it's beyond any known systems. So it may even go past this little power grid that this website is telling me about.
If I remember right, the one above all is the one who is above all. But he's also... What's up?
That's crazy. No, I'm reacting at you.
Well, he's also the guy who comes in when things with the Infinity Gauntlet get out of hand. Mm-hmm. He's the one who the Tribunal goes to just shut it all down. The Tribunal can make their decision, and the one above all shows up and just says no. And, his word is universal law.
So what I'm learning here is if the Anti-Monitor and the One Above All fight each other, we lose.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If they
That we
decide to
would
fight
be
one another,
decimated.
everybody dies. And it's just going to be the two of them fighting for a long time.
Huh.
And it would be never ending.
Bathing Suit Catwoman versus Autumn Poison Ivy. Bathing Suit Catwoman because Autumn Poison Ivy is a cheap recolor. Sorry. That's why I
Yeah.
mentioned him in the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Good tie-in, Nervash. Best use of the Infinity Gauntlet to date. Jennifer versus Ryan Seacrest.
Ooh.
Well, let's finish out the One Above All versus the Anti-Monitor. What do you guys realistically? What do you guys think?
You know what I imagine? You ever watch Japanese anime
Uh-huh.
when like the two biggest titans are fighting,
Yeah.
and then the Earth just starts to come out the ground and float up in the sky, and the whole planet is just coming apart, and these guys are just fighting, don't even care what's going on around them. That's what I imagine happening with the universe.
Beautiful.
Like a DBZ fight, basically.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna come down on the side of the One Above All. And I think the reason why is because the DC heroes were able to band together to stop the Anti-Monitor. But the One Above All could show up and just immediately stop the DC heroes. Immediately. Just no. So I kind of think that if the One Above All can have that kind of power, I think the One Above All would be able to take out the Anti-Monitor. Plus, the Anti-Monitor has been defeated. The One Above All has not.
Ah, so the proof is in the pudding.
Now I'm in the mood for pudding.
I know, me too.
Ooh,
Where can we get some
chocolate and
pudding,
vanilla
guys?
swirl.
Mr. Freeze versus Mr. Fantastic.
I thought it was all about the gravy.
It's all about the gravy.
Never give up on the gravy.
Ooh,
Pudding!
Now I'm in the mood for
Oh,
mashed
man.
potatoes. Ooh, mashed potatoes and pudding.
Together? No.
Why not?
Mashed potatoes versus pudding.
Why not?
Yeah. We got a lot of
Put
time,
'em
guys.
Together.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Mashed potatoes versus pudding?
Well, we should do maybe one or two more,
We'll do one or two more, and then we'll,
and then hopefully Kuragari will join us by
hopefully. If not, we'll send him the recap.
then. Yes, we can always play. So.
No.
Well, we got two people suggesting Captain America versus Solid Snake
Solid Snake.
from Metal Gear
Metal Gear
Solid.
Solid.
Oh.
Yeah, let's try to do some more No, let's try to do more comic booky stuff, maybe.
Terminator
If
versus
possible.
Colossus.
Gorilla
Ooh.
Grodd versus Beast Boy.
Huh.
Beast Boy versus Beast thing.
Somebody said Beast Boy versus Beast.
No, I
Remember the dreams that you had?
Lucas's sanity versus that clip.
On how long of a timeline?
Someone from Skype's playing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man versus Superior Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's go with that one. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So, guys, if you didn't know, so Amazing Spider-Man, that's Peter Parker, blah, blah, blah. So Superior Spider-Man, that's when Doc Ock took over Spider-Man's body. So it's Peter Parker with his powers and everything, but with the mind of Dr. Octavius, which is why he calls himself Superior, because, you know, he's so much better than Peter Parker. Now, I'll tell you why Superior Spider-Man would win. Actually, I just told you. Because Doc Ock is much smarter than Peter Parker, and now he has Peter Parker's powers.
Peter Parker's powers?
Yeah,
Peter Parker's powers.
Peter Parker powers. So yeah, it was just yeah. That was easy.
He's the, Lucas is our resident Spider-Man expert, so I will not contest his statement. What do you think, Matt?
I loved Superior Spider-Man. I loved it. I was hoping it would last a lot longer, dig Peter Parker in much bigger hole than he already was in. But now it's like, oh, you know, the movie came out, we gotta get Peter Parker back in there, and da-da-da-da-da. Could have dragged it out so much longer, I think. But
well, at the end of the day,
Give me some of that sweet, sweet heroin as well.
it's insulin, and no.
Are we doing heroin now?
At the end of the day, Doc Ock was able to take out Spider-Man even without the powers to get Spider-Man's body, wasn't he?
He like I didn't read this, so this is all like speculation. Maybe someone here can help me out. I don't know, but Doc Ock was on his deathbed, but he was able to somehow.
But I mean,
technology.
if he's crippled and on his deathbed and he's able to take out the Amazing Spider-Man, then with superpowers and Spider-Man's own body, you'd have to think that's like pretty trump card.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Superior Spider-Man wins out. Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh, bleed on my shirt.
Yeah, we have a bleeder.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Get some news stuff covered up.
I want to add something.
Covered up with some news.
Oh, news storm.
The Superior Spider-Man, he also had Venom take over. So it was a Superior Venom Spider-Man, which was unstoppable.
But Peter Parker helped stop it.
That was the only way. The whole Avengers team couldn't stop Superior Venom Spider-Man.
It was the will of Peter Parker, the little tiny will inside of the mind of Otto Octavius in the mind or in the body of Peter Parker. It's confusing. It's all soap opera stuff. Comic books are just soap operas.
They're better than soap operas.
Yes, because they
take less time.
Yeah.
And they have boobs.
Thanks, Guru.
Wait. No,
soap
soap
operas
operas have a lot of boobs.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Not the soap operas I watch.
I work on soap operas from time to time.
Do you show your boobs on the soap opera that you're on?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, there, you guys go. Confirmed. Soap operas have boobs. All right. Well, do you wanna move into Bifford?
No, let's do one more. We got time for one more.
All right, guys. We have one more. Time for one more.
Which gives me enough
Give
time
us
to
something
go.
Awesome. Stop bleeding.
Yes, go stop bleeding.
Go stop bleeding.
Snowflame versus Flash.
We saw Shredder. I want old Shredder versus Super Shredder versus the new Shredder.
Huh. Insulin versus heroin.
One of them.
One is saving the man's life.
And the other does something similar.
Midnight versus Wildcat.
TG Life 5 is not using Greg's video.
Oh, it needs to be restarted.
SD0 says Flo versus the Allstate guy.
Come on, guys. There are bajillion combinations of comic book people.
Nightwing versus Buffalo Wild Wings.
Blink.
Now,
Blink
man,
versus
so much
Nightcrawler.
food talk while I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm very hungry as well.
Huh.
Hadn't had anything to eat today.
Blink versus Nightcrawler.
We did that one last week, I believe. I gave it to Blink. People are all like, no, Nightcrawler.
Josie says lasagna versus pizza. Are we trying to decide what you should eat for dinner tonight?
Oh, pizza.
Apparently, Jace
Always
got the
choose
teleportation powers that I wanted. Because 1 second ago he was here, and now he's way over here. Lucas Ackerman as president 2016. You're welcome.
Splinter versus.
You all have powers.
Vote Lucas.
Splinter versus Yoda. Cinderblock versus Thing. These are all good, but unless we have one that inspires
Black
us,
Panther versus
us guys.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah, Cinderblock versus Thing. Splinter versus Yoda. That is interesting.
Why have we not talked about the Infinite Crisis experience, which happens here every Tuesday, 8 p.m., starring our own Infinite Crisis team, featuring such big names as Fnatic and Neostorm
And Mitten Kittens.
and Mitten Kitten
And Rabies.
and Rabies
And Dennis the Tall.
I hope Rabies and Mitten Kitten seems like a bad combination, because you don't want don't want
You don't want a
kitten
cat
to
with
get
rabies?
rabies.
Hobo Joe Jr.
You don't want
says.
and Genfo. That's right.
Yeah, Genfo.
And Dennis the Tall. Why is the camera 3 broken? Did you say Dennis the Tall?
Yes, it did.
Oh, All right, let's see. Batman versus Batman. We get a matchup like that in Injustice. It's pretty awesome.
Ryu versus Splinter. Really?
Ryu, unfortunately, because I would want Splinter to win that one, just because he made a funny haha cowabunga. Yes?
Let's take SD zeros and modify it, not talking about bald heads, because Kingpin versus Lex Luthor is probably a pretty good matchup.
Ooh, yeah. That, you know what? That is a good matchup.
Love you too, Greg.
So, you're a Daredevil fan, right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
So let us know about Kingpin. Who is Kingpin?
Well, you know what? I'm not that big a fan, but I do know Kingpin, despite looking like a portly gentleman, he's actually really, really freaking strong and fast. So
he's like 2% body fat.
Yeah, that's all muscle.
Yeah, that is a real dude. Lucas, help me out here because my details are lacking.
Vamp.
We're vamping now. Let's see, Kingpin versus Lex Luthor. I'm thinking about the matchup here. Now, is Lex? I'm assuming Lex is going to be in a suit.
No.
Okay.
Because I think that's unfair.
I figured he would be.
Yeah, I figured if they're going to fight at their best, they got to fight at their best.
Well, Kingpin, from what I know about Kingpin, he is the head of the New York criminal empire.
Yeah.
He has almost no body fat.
Right.
So he is literally just muscle upon muscle in the shape of a fat guy.
Right.
He is bald, as has been pointed out.
Right.
But he's not superhuman.
No, he's not.
Just ridiculously powerful. And his real name is Wilson Fisk.
Right.
So, yeah, I watched the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie.
I remember.
Lex Luthor controls a multi-global, non-criminal empire.
Right.
That creates and provides weapons and militarized technology for most of the world. So Lex's financial resources are substantially greater than Wilson Fisk's.
Right.
Lex also has a larger political reach because he's not just into criminal empire, he's into the rest. But he, despite being fairly well trained at martial arts, he is not as strong as Kingpin.
No, he's not.
So if we put him in the suit, then he's basically Iron Man.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Iron Man could just pick up Kingpin and drop him. So,
well, here's a little bit more about Kingpin.
Yes.
He is a genius-level intellect.
Okay.
Exceptional martial artist. Expert strategist and...
okay.
What's that word?
Let's see. Expert strategist and tactician.
What is that?
Tactics.
Okay, there you go. I learned something today.
Yay!
He's a master manipulator. So he masters at that shiznit. He's a well-developed physical attributes, including peak level strength and durability.
Ooh.
Stipulator.
You know what? Durability is a question. Yeah. How well? Let's say the fight drags. Let's say it's an evenly matched fight, but it drags on for an unlimited amount of time. How willing is Lex to go the distance against someone like Kingpin?
Does he have like a little sippy cup in his suit that he can have like energy drinks?
In the suit, he does. Believe it or not, his suit was powered down completely, and he walked from Alaska to the North Pole.
Well,
that's impressive.
Yeah, it was during the Infinite Crisis storyline because his clone was making a bad name for him. So he physically trudged up there carrying the armor on him, like going crazy the whole time because he was so tired and exhausted. But he was able to push through everything that came to him to do that.
So there is no question about how much fortitude Lex has. Okay. This almost feels like a wash to me.
Yeah, this is a really close match.
Well, how strong is Lex Luthor in his suit? Like how
in the suit?
How indestructible is the suit? Is what I mean.
It's not indestructible, but it's pretty close to it. He can take missiles. He can take gunshots. He starts to break down at like super-powered punches. So if Wilson got a hold of him, he might be able to ring the suit a little bit, but I don't think he'd be able to put enough force to crumple it.
Well, his face is always
exposed. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it to Mr. Kingpin. He's just gonna go like this. Imagine me having a bigger hand.
I wish my neck would crack right there. That'd be perfect.
You just like squish it.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to.
I'm gonna give it to Lex, but the only reason why is the suit. I think without the suit, Lex would lose.
Yeah. Lex, I think without the suit, Lex in general is so reliant on his technology. I mean, the intellects completely cancel each other out because they're both. It's just gonna be I'm gonna counter this, I'm gonna counter this, and it's just one thing after another. So that you can't really debate on. Without the suit, though, Kingpin easily, but right here, like, yeah, Tech wins. And even with a weakness, like even with his head exposed, it still means Kingpin has to get to him, and Lex can just be like, ha ha ha, you can't touch me, you can't touch me.
That ended up being a way better matchup than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, right? Good job.
Although I will say, as far as baldness goes, I think Kingpin has it because he's just got a fatter head, so he's got more baldness going on.
Yeah.
Mario
I mean,
versus...
there's equal baldness, but
Yeah. Mario versus
bigger
Sonic.
fat head.
Well, we did say that was going to be the last one.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
guys,
yeah, I think we should be
save
moving on.
Your great suggestions for the next time we do this, which is every Wednesday at 9 p.m. PST here on Twin Galaxies Live. This is the Comic Book Show.
It's the comic book show.
So we are. Oh, Spy Scout, come back next week for Abomination versus Doomsday. We'll do that one first
that's
if you
awesome.
come back with that, because that's a good matchup. But we are moving on into our next segment, which is the BPRD, where
There's Batman vs. Batman Beyond. That's a good one too.
Teku, bring it back next week.
Bring
These
it
are
on.
you
It
guys
hurts
come
us
up
to
with the
say
best
it.
ones. But
Come on, guys.
Set reminders on your phone.
yes, don't forget these. These are
9
good.
p.m. PST.
Twitch archives.
Comic Book Show. All right.
So what we do in the BPRD is we try and spotlight comics that you might not know about or might not have read, stuff that you might want to check out.
Because they're indie comics.
Yes, we're
smaller
not
comics.
just about Marvel and DC. We prefer Marvel and DC, but we love everybody. We love Aspen, we love Top Cow, we love IDW, we love Dark Horse.
But we
and
hate. You said Dark Horse, didn't
Yeah,
you?
can
Never
you
mind.
can
We
you
love
come
them.
up with another one?
Go ahead.
So we like to showcase stuff to you
Vertigo.
that you might not. There you go. That was the one. We like to showcase stuff to you that you might not know about. Now this week we have a very special BPRD, at the request of Kuragari, who has been talking about this book for quite a while. It finally hit the street, so we want to share something special with you.
This is Jack Burton in the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there. It's a pretty amazing planet we live on here, and a man would have to be some kind of fool to think we're all alone in this universe.
Finally, we shall bring order out of chaos. Jack Burton's coming to rescue your summer.
Hey, what more can a guy ask for?
20th Century Fox presents Big Trouble in Little China.
Highlighted one.
Okay.
The Wing Kong have one more time. The Wing Kong have come to avenge Lopez.
What clued you in?
I have come for those who have disgraced my master.
Oh no!
What?
It's Chong Wu. He is a warrior sorcerer, a disciple of Lopez. I heard he had died in China many years ago, but here he is.
So we took care of Lopan. We'll take care of him.
He has big power, Jack, and crazy as an outhouse rat. What? Oh, yeah. Be gone, sorcerer!
Go home. You should have accepted thy honor, dying for thy master.
Leave her alone!
So eager
You
to die.
gotta do the hand thing, otherwise it's not gonna make sense.
So eager to die so quickly. Unfortunately, your death will be long and excruciating. I promise you.
Hey pal, that's a friend of mine you got there, so how about you put him down and go get that mustache waxed before you tick me off?
I will skin you next for your disrespect, Yankee. But for now, tonight, my focus is totally on Wing.
Oh, that's a great quote.
What? Why are you laughing?
Nothing, just sounds like you got Wang on the mind.
Yes, Oh, I get it. Ha ha, very funny.
Hey, that's my name, Jack.
You have a mocking tongue, Yankee. But if you really wish to save your friend, there is a bounty to be paid. Is it me? Yes. You must travel the Black Road to the hell of the seventh-faced widow. At the end of the road, you will find 3 jars. Those jars contain the spirits of the 3 storms: thunder, rain, and lightning. Retrieve the spirits to the 3 storms and return them to me within 3 days, or I take the life of Wang Chi!
The Black Road, few have traveled it and lived to tell the tale.
Well, like Jack Burton always says.
Who?
Me! Jack Burton! And like I always say, when some 8-foot-tall immortal Chinese magician warlord comes looking for revenge and challenges you to some damn near impossible task to save your pal's skin, well, you look that sucker right square in the eye and say, "Sister, challenge accepted."
Happy birthday, Kuragari!
Kuragari has been a fan of this, and guys, if you have not seen Big Trouble in Little China, you definitely need to check out the movie. This is really cool because it's actually written by John Carpenter, so it's created with the original people working behind the scenes for it. It's an immediate sequel to the movie. It starts out with some great scenes. This is how issue 1 ends. It is a miniseries that will be ongoing. If you guys were smart enough to pre-order it, like Kuragari told you to, you can get a signed copy that is signed by some of the original actors. I believe that it was the actor who played Lopez who signed it. But
Yes,
believe it or not, yeah,
why
do you remember?
am I
don't-
forgetting his name?
I'm
This is
spacing on his name.
James Wong.
Yes, James Hong.
James Hong.
Um,
My hero.
But believe it or not, if you weren't smart enough to pre-order the book, it's completely sold out. You can't get it anywhere,
Wow.
and that's a pretty rare thing to have happen. So,
That's awesome.
eBay it.
yeah. So check out Big Trouble in Little China issue 1.
Don't tear this one up. Just
Yeah,
put it
this-
over
this is
here.
too nice, too nice.
Gingerly. See, you wrote Jack's buddy on there. You didn't tell me that was
I didn't
egg.
do that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Dang. See, I would have done the accent all the way through had I known. May I suggest Why the Last Man for a future BPRD? We could do that. It's done.
Yeah, that's it. We
Long
try
done.
and do current books.
Yeah.
We have a long list of old suggestions that we would love for people to check out. There's always, Why the Last Man, Midnight Nation, Rising Stars. We could talk all day about older books, but we try and bring stuff that's new and fresh that you guys will be able to find on the shelves right now. So,
Well, with a full 30 minutes left in the show, we move on to The Watchtower. This is a segment of the show where we just talk about comics in a free floaty kind of way. Much like The Watchtower that floats around in space. See what we did there? Okay. So now, no topics, no comics are off limits. So start talking about them, and we will join your conversation. How's that?
Teku keeps asking, did anybody see the Chris Nolan Batman Beyond prototype designs? I
me?
did not.
Oh.
I did know, believe it or not, after Batman Triumphant fell apart, Twitch Archives, after Batman Triumphant fell apart and wasn't a thing, they were talking about doing a live-action Batman Beyond movie
Yes.
because they wanted Batman to stay in theaters.
I remember Freddie Prinze Jr. was up for the role
Yeah,
back in the day.
Wow.
but I've never seen anything for it. So if
Yeah.
there's concepts or prototypes out there, I haven't heard about
Is
it.
this brand new information?
I don't know if these are.
Archerman, yes, I have read up on Future's End. I read the most recent issue earlier tonight. And Nirvash continually asks about Days of Future's End, the after credits sequence with Ensaba Nur.
Ensaba Nur.
Look at what Guru has up there.
That's awful.
Awfully awesome. Nope.
Oh.
I can outright say that
Yeah,
those are
that's-
not prototypes.
Those
That
are
is
skins from The Sims.
No, it's not skins from Sims. I know the guy who's doing the 3D printing to have that done is a real suit right now, but it's not a prototype from the movie.
Ooh.
And it actually, the 3D prints look great. But it's...
Like, there are few people asking you to talk about Future's End. And Face Poppy says, I went on a long search recently to find the best recent comic books, and the best I found are East of West and Fear Agent.
East of West is amazing. I have not been reading Fear Agent, so I don't know.
But it's getting, East of West is getting Greg's vote as well. The Wake is really good, and yes, Matt was totally on
Yes.
board with The Wake as well.
I-
He rushed to get that last issue.
I did. Believe it or not, issue 9 of The Wake came out early, which is unheard of. It wasn't supposed to be out for another month, and they released it. I was like, oh shit, I gotta go get it now. So I drove up the street and picked it up. So issue 10 is the only one left. The story is so good. Yeah, The Wake is my favorite book that's running right now, hands down. It's phenomenal.
Hi, Ghost.
Any news on Saga yet? Asks Nirvash.
on Saga.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to say Sega.
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 There's a good one, guys. Wayne Wolf asks, do you guys think WB can put out 3 movies successfully in 1 year for DC, or do you think they're biting off more than they could chew?
They are absolutely. Wait, is my mic actually gone?
No, you're good.
My mic's fine.
Interesting.
You know what? I love Warner Brothers. Always have. As a kid and stuff, the Warner Brothers store. We've talked about this, best thing in the world. Preferred it over Disney by a million miles. But they don't make the best decisions sometimes when it comes to movies, and I think they probably second guess themselves a lot and have too many cooks. Not too many pies. You can never have too many pies. And I think that's why it takes so long for the movies to develop, and I think that's why when they do come out, they're a hodgepodge of lots of visions instead of one single vision. That would be my assessment from a distance. So I think 3 in 1 year might be a good thing, because they
Different vision.
because
Yeah.
they'll be forced
split
they'll
up.
be forced to like quit dwelling on, to quit working on it. I don't know. I think they could do it, and I think they'll be simpler, better movies. So yeah.
Neil, what do you think, man? What do you think?
I agree. I think they're biting off more than they can chew. But I see the same thing happening on the Marvel end. How many movies are Marvel releasing this year?
Yeah,
4.
tons.
Like 4, right?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
so-
dividing and conquering.
Well, but some of them aren't coming out through the same studio, though.
Yeah.
Because X-Men and Spider-Man
True.
are alternate studios.
That
They
is
released
true.
Winter Soldier, and they're releasing Guardians. Those were the 2 actual Marvel in-house movies that came out this year.
So DC's just Warner Brothers, correct?
DC is just Warner Brothers, so all of them are going through Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
I see.
I'm actually looking forward to what DC is going to be bringing to the table. When Ben Affleck was first announced as Batman, I was just like, what? Really? But I'm actually excited for it. I'm excited that we're going to be getting a solo Batman film, but it's not till years later. I think they can pull it off. I think, they just need to be smart about their decisions, but they do need to make them quick. Smart and quick decisions, because right now in the competition movie-wise, they're
losing.
drastically losing. And to go back, I know I always go back to this, but the date that is being shared right now between Batman vs. Superman and Captain America 3, a lot is riding on DC, because this is their only movie.
Yeah.
Marvel can take a hit. They got probably
that's
3
true,
or
yeah.
4 other movies coming out that year alone, so they can take a hit. But yeah, I'm excited to seeing what they're going to be bringing to the table. I hope they can pull it off, because just to give you a little history about me, when I grew up, it was all about Superman and Batman. It wasn't until the 90s to where I was like, oh, holy shit, X-Men. Holy shit, Spider-Man. Though there is a photo of me, see if you can find it, of me when I was a little young. I had a Spider-Man t-shirt.
Where can they find that? Where should they be looking?
I don't know.
Perhaps on
the internets.
Perhaps on a certain Facebook page?
I don't know if it's there.
Well, they should go look there anyway and like
Yeah,
it.
go.
1 million to Save Wolverine. Whoa.
Thanks,
Oh,
Guru.
there you go. On point.
Quick draw guru.
Slacker.
Oh.
Slack, or at least my bot is running.
Oh.
Robot versus Neobot, go!
Rise Above is wondering, what can I give a shot and read? He's already reading Spider-Man, Future's End, and Original Sin.
Read Red Hood and the Outlaws. Pick up Red Hood and the Outlaws number 32. Start reading there. That's the current issue. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be like the Green Arrow story that I was pointing out, that the Outsiders War. It's gonna be like the end of Nightwing. It's gonna be good. Red Hood and the Outsiders 32. Or Red Hood and the Outlaws 32 and up. That's my pick. And The Wake, because The Wake's amazing.
Oh, are we all supposed to do it?
What was
Well,
the
yeah.
question?
What should he be reading that's out right now?
Out right now.
Yeah, like what's he missing out on? What does he need to? It sounds like he's somebody who's starting to get into comics and reading more of them, but he wants to know what other good stories are. And like Red Hood and the Outlaws is perfect. It's a DC book, but these are characters you might not know about, and it's a good story right now. It's a really good story.
Apparently, I'm the Red Hood. Is that who I am?
Yeah. No, you're Red Robin in Future's End.
Red Robin.
Yeah.
Okay.
How recent was Flashpoint?
Red Robin, yo.
Flashpoint was 7 issues that happened 32 months ago.
32 months
Because
ago.
Flashpoint's what started New 52.
Yeah.
So,
32
I'm
months
real-
and
see-
16 days
See,
and
I'm
3
behind the
hours
times,
ago.
so- But I mean, I just watched Flashpoint Paradox,
Yeah.
and
the book was darker than the movie was.
yeah,
So
it was beautiful.
So Rise Above says you're 100% right.
Huh.
Oh well. So I would say the Wake. Greg can attest. Greg is the one who turned me on to the series. They're on issue 9 right now. 10 is going to be the end of the series, but it's another month until 10 comes out. And Red Hood and the Outlaws. I'll just keep saying that. And if you want a fun book, Harley Quinn, because that really was a great comic this week.
That was pretty funny.
So.
Which apparently does not have
lesbian
lesbian action.
Has
It does.
Implied lesbian action.
But it's more than implied. It's really bad. Like it's really. I was kind of shocked at how bad it was in this. Like where is it?
Ooh, there's a
Poison Ivy is telling Harley Quinn to go to sleep, and she outright Poison Ivy says go to sleep, and then Harley says, "Why don't you give me a kiss and use the sleepy feral what's it on me?" And Ivy says, "Because I don't want you that conked out. Now sleep." And then Harley's like, "Can I have a glass of milk?" "Fine, that was good. Okay, I'm getting sleepy." And then she's kind of pretending to be asleep so Poison Ivy will get closer. And then Poison Ivy says, Now can I have another kiss?"
Aww.
Like, and it's more than implied. It's like throughout the whole thing, Ivy asks her what Harley's username and password are. And she says username Harley. And Ivy asks, "What's the password?" And Harley says Ivy. And Ivy's like, "Wait, really? Harley and Ivy?" And Harley's like, "What?" It's like, it's really, really
that's cute.
borderline. Like, okay, wait a minute. This is maybe going too
Service,
far.
like I told you.
And it has a phenomenal cover, too.
And bikinis.
Yes.
And slumber
And
parties.
bikinis and slumber parties. Yes. Harley Quinn number 9.
7.
Number 7. Harley Quinn number 9. Harley Quinn number 8 is going to be Harley Quinn Invades Comic-Con. So.
I have a Watchtower question, says Rady. If everyone in the comic book show lounge was a comic book character, who would they be? And we have to say it for each other.
Oh, I got a good one.
This one's pretty easy.
Oh wait,
Lucas would be Nightcrawler.
Really? I would like
No?
Wolverine.
No. Well, who
Iron
would
Man.
he be? He likes Wolverine, but he
Yeah.
doesn't really have the personality
that.
of
Oh, I
Wolverine.
can't think of his name right now. He's-
Wolverine's mean, and Lucas is nice.
Yeah,
there's
Spagioni
one.
went through almost everything that I was going to say, only I was going with Iron Man instead of Green Arrow. Lucas would be Jubilee.
See, that's the only reason why he asked that question.
Because he wants to troll me.
Yeah.
Oh god, work stuff. Man, okay, I can't think of. There's a mutant character in the Young X-Men who has telekinesis, and his hands were cut off, and now he has like these metal hands that he uses telekinesis to keep around.
The man with
I
the iron
can't think
fist?
of his name right now. What?
RZA?
RZA.
Anybody? Can you
Come
think
on,
of
guys.
his name? He
Help a
like,
Lucas out.
Had a little romance with X-23.
I would be
thing.
Talia al Ghul.
I can't think of his name. Telekinesis. Green glowing telekinesis.
Green, Shazam that. Get your Shazam out.
Get my Shazam.
Isn't that what
Yeah.
Shazam's for? You
No.
say
That's
stuff
who I would
into it
be.
and it tells you the answer.
No, that's Siri, and I don't have that on
He
my
looks
phone.
like me, and it's not Red Robin. If it was DC, then I would be Red Robin.
Well, in the meantime, Teku's asking, does anyone think Agent Venom would be the new Spider-Man?
Jen would be Sinestro.
Because I'm yellow? That is so racist. Brady, you are such a racist. You racist bastard. That is so mean.
Mega Tenchi says,
Shows
Lucas,
his
are
true
you sure
colors.
you aren't thinking of Green Lantern?
White.
No, it's telekinesis. Why can I not think?
That would probably be Nightwing, actually.
Is
No,
gone.
Nagash, I wouldn't be Wiccan.
I need healing to heal my brain.
Oh my god.
Like,
Okay, like in movies or comics.
Oh, look at that. Even Guru Bot is getting his shots in. Guru Bot says, Rady, co-host of of Twin Galaxies Live, is a jerk. Oh, and
I still would
Telebro
change
says,
that.
Rady equals failed.
Rady equals racist. Can you update that bot so co-host of Twin Galaxies Live is a jerk, also a racist?
On it.
Nice.
You know, the funny thing is, I can see that Rady meant this as like an Injustice jab because Jace would play as Sinestro and beat up on your Batgirl.
No,
But
you have that
You
wrong.
took it in the colored.
You have that wrong. Absolutely
That's well
wrong.
played.
Oh, Wayne Wolf says Jen is Gem and everyone else is the holograms.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, look at racist Rady skulking away to his cave of racism. To the
Match
racist
found.
cave.
Neo.
He's gone ass
Match.
up.
I have it. I have the answer.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Who is this guy?
Hellion.
Hell
Why
yeah.
can I not think of that?
Oh.
I've never heard of that character before.
Let me.
You guys. Whoa. What is happening?
Oh, not.
Gurubot, what are you doing?
Gurubot's running through all of its commands right now.
Oh, Jesus. Wind chatter.
Oh, load your
Wind
shotguns up with
chatter.
rock socket flasks of holy water. Put away that issue of busty Asian beauties. Pop
Pop
your classic rock
mixtape
mixtape. Buckle yourselves in for the
first
first and only live interactive post-show
supernatural discussion program.
Yeah!
Oh.
Chicken dun dun.
Now it's
We haven't
sad.
seen that one in a while.
Hey, guys.
Shedding a tear.
Hey, guys. Who would our viewers be if they were comic book characters? Ooh.
Joni would be Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
I saw that
Scarlet
one go by.
Speedster, too, would be Flash.
Scarlet
would be
Speedster would also be
Spider-Man.
Flash.
Oh.
Neo says he would be
Yeah, I would
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Guru would be.
Because of the,
Oh.
the spider
No.
sense.
You're not immature enough to be Toby,
No,
whatever his
I
name
wouldn't be
is.
that version. I'll be the
Oh,
older,
okay.
like the 1980s cartoon Spider-Man.
Okay.
The cool
Oh, right
one.
on.
All right. See that? Guru is Oracle. That is a good. That's really good, Rady.
No. This is how deep my comic book knowledge. He wouldn't be Oracle. He'd be Calculator. He'd be the villain's version of Oracle. He'd be the one who's like, I'll hack that. It's gonna cost you though.
Why not Brainiac?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Brainiac's another good one.
That's a good
I
point.
love
Brainiac is outright evil. Calculator
That's
is
true.
just evil sometimes.
My favorite
Okay,
thing
I'm
is
gonna see how I
that
fix this.
Guru was staying at my place for E3, and I came back from work, and he was like, "I hacked your internet."
Nice.
See, look, Hellion.
Let's see.
Archer Man,
okay.
you would be Arsenal. You would be Arsenal.
Janice wants to be Dupe.
Rady, co-host of Twin Galaxies Live, is a jerk. Also
I like
racist.
somebody said really fast. It said Claire would probably be an Arkham.
Yeah. Josie, who would
Sweet
Josie
Suki Pretzel wants to be Spider Girl. Singularity wants to be Atrocitus.
Ooh.
Nice.
Matt would be all of the green team.
No!
Oh.
No!
Share your wealth.
Who would Greg be?
See, look,
Oh,
Hellion.
he'd be the Daredevil.
Wow, that's
See?
That's all.
yeah, that's all right.
This is from the Wolverine and the X-Men cartoon.
Teku's saying he's War Machine.
Oh,
Josie
nice.
would be Blink.
Oh.
Am I right? Greg would be Daredevil.
We
Rise
got to
above
come
Or
up with who
She-Hulk.
Telebro and who
Carnage.
Ravidian would be. I see Telebro as being Kilowog.
Nash villain.
I don't know if Greg would get this. You know who I imagine Greg as being? And I'm forgetting his name, but the former leader of the Wildcats. You remember?
Grifter?
Not Grifter. No, Grifter was the
Midnighter?
not
No, no.
Midnighter.
Is
Jacob
Bird-
Marlowe.
The Birdman?
Not the Birdman, like their financier, because he was the one. He was the one behind all their. Jacob Marlowe, I think that was his name or something. But like in the original
You're
image,
talking the guy who had like no superpowers, just the business suit guy?
but he was not just a. Like, I'm just trying to remember.
All you remember, I got to point out that
Yeah.
Face Poppies has done the perfect casting and says he would be Deadpool because he talks a lot of nonsense. I love that.
That is a great point.
But he also says Telebro is Solomon Grundy.
Oh, and Greg says, fuck Daredevil.
He wants to go
want
Harley.
to
He
be
already-
Harley.
Greg is Harvey Birdman. Yo! Yes!
But Harvey wanted a cheeseburger.
Brady says Telebro would be Kryptonite. Oh. Oh, poor Tella.
Oh boy.
No, I think Telebro would be Kilowog. I do.
Telebro would be Krypton.
Who would our Joker be?
Riff Raff.
Yeah.
You're right.
I
Yeah,
see it.
you're
I
right.
see it.
Yep.
Riff Raff.
No, Riff. I'd be like more Riddler. Riff would be more the Riddler.
Yeah, I was thinking of
The
Riddler.
Riddler, because he speaks always in riddles and none of us know what he's saying ever. Aw.
Exactly, Riff Raff.
Like that. Girls. Robert Downer wants some lol.
Exactly.
What?
In case.
Riddle me this, riffraff.
Maybe Greg would be Joker.
Oh, look at that. Wayne Wolf with the self-deprecating there. I would be the debonair devil. I wouldn't fight crime, just lower class and poor table manners.
I would be
that
the
a
amazing
character?
something man.
It is now. If it wasn't before, it is now.
Who would Jace be?
Shazam.
No,
he is absolutely Shazam. What?
He would be Steel.
He's Shazam because he is he is at heart a boy in a man's body.
Okay.
Oh.
Right?
No longer racist.
Right?
No.
Yeah, there we go.
I've had this conversation with Jace. If we put my face on his body, totally be Colossus.
That's so
Jace would be Scooby.
You can't imagine me with the...
I see, because Ravidian keeps asking, who would I be? Who would I be? Which Batman villain? Who would I be? Honestly, I would say Ravidian is a pretty good Captain America.
Yeah.
That's who I would
He's
say is Ravidian.
like apple pie, like
just Todd.
good American boy. He's
Todd.
just Todd.
Jace would be the Sagan Saturn.
What would Rady?
Xander would be Shaggy.
What would Rady be?
Oh, that'd be great.
Rady would be Aquaman.
Rady would be Aquaman?
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck everybody who's on the mainland. I'm down on my ocean. Just screw you guys.
No, Rady.
If Xander is Shaggy, that means Rady has got to be Scooby.
Rady is Scooby?
I'm sorry, but Rady to me is Banshee because he's just incredibly loud.
He's very loud.
Yeah.
Or he's Black Canary.
Oh yeah. Don't ruin that. Don't ruin that image for me, please.
Yeah, just imagine Rady in fishnet stockings. See, guys? See?
Todd Roy is
See?
Dum Dugan.
Dum Dugan.
What's that?
He's Captain America backup character.
Oh, okay.
He rolls with S.H.I.E.L.D. Nirvash says Jason Momoa is Aquaman, apparently. That, from everything that everybody is saying, that's true. He has been on 2 interviews now where he refuses to confirm it, though. He is skirting the issue. So, though it's pretty much confirmed, it's not actually confirmed yet.
Will he bleach his hair, though?
Ooh. I see it kind of going like the Sandy. It'll be dark blonde, but he'll go blonde for it.
Rady is Aquaman. I'll tell you why. Because he doesn't like snakes. And there are no snakes in the ocean.
Yes, there are. Sea snakes. They're fucking cheaters. They swim.
Never mind.
Aren't they
I
called
could see him
eels?
escaping into the ocean to avoid snakes.
Nice.
He wants to go to space. He's the Martian Manhunter.
I think Wayne Wolf might be making up heroes here.
Velvet
That's
Revolver
probably the
to
power.
power metal groups and to form his clothing into weapons.
That can't be a real thing.
I mean, I know of the band Velvet Revolver, but
Lucas would be Puck.
Todd Roy would be Tony Stark. Hey. Oh yeah, I saw him.
Yeah, okay, so Wayne Wolf is making him up. Wayne Wolf points for creativity because we were like, are these real? Are we just...
I mean, yeah,
maybe we're missing out on
like
stuff.
That skirted, right above our heads. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Riff Raff agrees. Snakes are really good at swimming.
Ugh, gross. I don't like swimming snakes. I like land snakes. I like putting them on my neck to give you a massage. Oh yeah, Matt doesn't like snakes either.
Ugh.
I was gonna get a pet snake at some point.
You would never be Batman.
Yeah.
DJ Nimbus would be arrested.
Wow. Wow.
Ooh.
Oh.
You guys didn't even remember that giant snake who loves water, huh? Riff Raff, like that's another riddle. Riddle me this, Riff Raff.
Don't encourage him.
No, I think Xander would be Tim Drake's Red Robin.
No, actually, I think Xander would make a good Aquaman.
You're only saying that because Xander has a beard right now and because he swims.
He swims, but he doesn't have a Aquaman type personality.
Lucas.
No, but Tim Drake was always like he was the detective who was working behind the scenes to always make sure that he knew everything. I think Xander always has the inquisitiveness going on that's like Tim Drake,
He
right?
does, but wouldn't that make him the Question?
No, because the Question's totally paranoid.
Well, let's see. Who is
Wouldn't
a
that
hero
make him the
that
Question?
always sees the best in everybody?
Oh, Sunshine Man.
Shazam.
There you go. Because Xander sees the best in everybody.
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah, Superman. Lucas would be the Mad Hatter.
He'd be
Rady
that.
equals Zod.
He'd be that Green Lantern that's a kid.
Huh. The one from the Batman Beyond
Yeah, that
universe?
like floats around and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be Xander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
I did it, guys.
I'm curious.
I think Neo would be Doctor Doom.
Actually, yeah, that is a good. That's good. Yeah. I'm curious. We've all equated ourselves to heroes. If you were a villain, who would you be?
The Joker. I would want to be the Joker.
Hmm.
It would be
I'd
crazy.
probably
Lucas
be
all
some
the time.
crappy villain that nobody had ever really heard of. I'd be like Calendar Man. I'd be
Calendar
sitting in a
Man.
corner. I'd be like, today's
Father's Day.
Boxing Day in Canada. You know what that
Diabetes
means?
man.
Oh.
Chemical dependency man. Dr. Phosphorus. There you go.
Dr. Phosphorus.
He's actually a villain. Not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
What villain shoots arrows?
Merlin. Duh.
Who?
Merlin. He's the Green Arrows, like
Yeah.
arch nemesis.
The guy that's in the show?
He's on the show now.
I
He's
appreciate
a little
that
bit
they
different
fun.
in
Yeah.
comics. Stilt Man.
Who would be Clayface?
It would be Clayface, somebody who's very malleable. That would be none of us.
Yeah. Right.
Me.
There you go.
All right.
Rady would be Constantine. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Because he's an
Constantine
asshole.
does not give a fuck.
Huh.
Short but evil
There we
just
go.
says the car.
Hey, this Calendar Man gets a lot of dates according to Greg.
I
That's
see what
a
you
good-
did there.
That was worthy of a Greggy.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Ah,
Rady equals Punisher, because we're all punished when we're around him.
Huh.
Oh, sorry, Rady. That's so mean to me.
Riff raff. Who's hungry?
I am.
All this
Rick,
talk of
someone
superheroes
grab
and
me
villains
some
is making me
McDonald's.
hungry.
The friggin' Riddler.
That's so funny. Riddle me this. Who's hungry? Answer, Riff Raff. Mr. Oh, Mixie. Just because, he's definitely the Mixie of this show. Mixes it up. Yeah.
I got to point that was a nice defense. That was solid.
thank you, sir.
You the best, Neo.
I only tried.
ICE Neostorm.
Yes.
He's
Who would
freaking
be
real.
Two-Face?
Oh, I would totally be Two-Face. Oh my god.
Harvey Face.
I don't know because I totally do carry a coin on me at all times.
Rady says Wes. What is that supposed to mean?
What the what?
Oh, but there's Chinese too. You're Two-Face.
Wes would be Two-Face.
What? Explain yourself, Rady. Why would Wes be Two-Face? He's got the one face, the Wes face. Wes would be Dead Man.
Sorry, Greg. We don't even have green tea Kit Kats right now.
Yeah.
I do have a
Tea
regular
Kit
Chinese Kit
Kats.
Kat in my
Oh
fridge,
yeah,
though.
they're delicious.
A regular Chinese Kit Kat.
That's just, they taste exactly the same.
The
Stop
Watchtower.
talking about food.
Yeah, the Watchtower is about to devolve into food talk, which Ben Dunn would be the Penguin.
I tried
Why?
to get him to be the Penguin for the April Fool's episode. No, the Halloween
Halloween?
episode.
Jackie would be.
Oh
hard.
yeah, when he wore his pajamas.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was,
that was funny.
the
He was
Martian
yeah,
Manhunter.
he's Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
Ben Dunn.
Play ball.
Jackie would totally be Lois Lane. I mean, not just because of the thing that we did here, but because she's like a journalisty type, and she's got moxie, and she's
But she's
boning
not an evil
Superman.
villain.
What?
She's not an evil villain.
Ew! I think there are people who eat tarantulas and snakes. OMG! Riddle me this, Riff Raff. What? Grady would be. This
Yep.
is hilarious. We were just
It's
involved in
been
that.
a long episode today.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry
wow.
guys.
Yeah, wow.
Are we
If-
done yet?
if
Oh my
DC
No,
God.
we got 5 more minutes.
If
I
DC
think.
hadn't
4
done
more
as well
minutes
as
and
it
20
had,
seconds. We did good. Yeah.
yeah.
Good job.
Yeah, we're actually starting out this year even. Last year, Marvel won the first. I think they won the first 3 weeks, but it might have been as many as the first 5 weeks before DC even got on the board. So, early game, 1-1, doing solid.
I would be Catwoman. And I would never leave my room.
Because you would stand in front of your mirror naked, pretty much, if you were Catwoman.
That's pretty much what he already does.
Hey.
I mean, look at those legs.
Didn't even know that.
Right? Am I right, Short
out
But
of my
Evil? Look at those
room.
legs.
Look at them gams. Check them out.
Aww.
Because you steal hot
That's
focus.
sweet. Brady, that's adorbs.
Have you read any of Batman Eternal?
Yeah, I read a few of them. They introduced Stephanie Brown at one point.
Yep.
I thought it was very, very mediocre. Really mediocre. I mean, what do you expect out of a weekly comic? I mean, it's not going to pump out greatness.
The problem that I see with it is it started out great. It started out so good. And then it kind of fell off to me.
Sorry, Brady is laughing his ass off.
Can the people at home hear that laugh? Roasted tarantulas are eaten since hundreds or thousands of years in some places. Crazy, but that's how our world is. Huh.
Stream of consciousness, man! Powers activate!
Is there a character called Random Guy?
See, now I can see Rady being Two-Face.
No, Brady's definitely got the one face all the time.
Yeah.
And that face has a beard on it.
Okay, well, with our last 2.5 minutes left, if all the other books got canceled and you only got to pick one to wrap up a storyline, do you think what do you think you pick? Would you want to see the end of Wolverine, the death of Wolverine that's coming up?
I need the storyline for All New X-Men to wrap up.
Okay.
Like, I want to see. I think this is actually what maybe Brian Michael Bendis was hinting at for the event for next summer. I think if they do send the X-Men, the original X-Men, back into time, that it would actually reboot the whole Marvel universe, which they have been talking about for a while now. I would like to see a conclusion of that story. I'm loving All New X-Men. You guys know this. I'm loving it. So.
Do you read comics on a regular basis? What would you go with?
Not on a regular basis, but thinking about it, I would like to see. I would like to see the X-Men, anything X-Men, resolve itself finally.
All right.
Yeah.
Jennifer?
What was the question? I was laughing. I was learning about tarantulas.
If every comic book just got canceled, but they put all their money into finishing out one storyline where you see the very last story of, what would you want to see?
It's far in the future. It's not based on current storylines.
No, this is like now. Just for whatever reason, Marvel and DC explode, and the 6 remaining people get together in a room, and they're like, okay,
Let's
really should
finish
do.
off one
well,
comic.
let's print 3 more issues of, and then this is going to be the end of it.
Detective Comics.
So you'd go with Batman and Robin. You wouldn't just go with Batman. You'd go detective.
Yes, absolutely.
I think I would go with the Hulk.
Oh,
I want to see them finally figure out how to reverse the whole I can't control the Hulk thing and just figure it out instead of trying to send him off to another planet.
Have they ever done like a this is the end of the Hulk, even like an Elseworld story, or like a...
The only thing I can think of is when they sent him to another planet, Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't deal with him. But he came back.
Matt,
The 80s
last like 20 seconds.
There's only one more issue left, and I'm so stoked on the Wake. Like, I just want to see that end. Because they finally connected the first 5 with the second.
Don't drag on the rock! King of Kong's gonna pull a win! No way!
Stupid Russian woman get beat by African schoolgirl.
So boots and
Yes,
pots.
and
Boots
trinkets.
pots and boots and pots and boots and pots and boots. Okay.
Broadcast from the Winchester house.
Oh,
Does anyone can anyone tell us how Wi-Fi is over there?
Probably dead.
Once again, fuck you, Green Donut.
Wait, seriously? Like.